Welcome to the NBA's best player prop bet video for Wednesday, April 19th here at FTN Bets. We have three playoff games going on tonight in the NBA and a lot of injury news that's going to be, affecting some of these games here. We have guys like John Morant, who's likely to be out, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who's unlikely to play, Tyler Hero, who got hurt in the last game. So it opens up a lot of shots for a lot of people. And as you can see here by the three plays we're looking at tonight, that's what we're going to be trying to take advantage of. So let's go through them all. The first one I want to talk about here is going to be Jaren Jackson Jr. of the Memphis Grizzlies. So, John Morant is still listed as a game time decision, but everything that we're seeing, everything that we're hearing coming out of Memphis, it's not good. And there's the very high likelihood that he's not going to play. With Ja playing only part of the game last game, we saw Jaren Jackson Jr. really pick up the scoring. 31 points is what he dropped on the Lakers in the last game there. 22 and a half is the number on his over here. So, you look back, he averaged 18.8 points in only 29 minutes of action. So we expect his minutes to be up closer to the 35 to 38 that we saw him play in the last game here. And then if you look at the games that he played this year without John Morant in March, when he had that whole incident and everything that went on, missed 11 games. In 8 of those 11 games, Jaren Jackson Jr. scored at least 21 or more points. So this is definitely a number I think Jaren Jackson Jr. can get over. And again, he's going to be playing more minutes. He has a bump in field goal attempts that are expected without John Morant in there. So there are multiple reasons why I like Jaren Jackson Jr. to have a big game here. Minus 109 on Caesars, the best price I could find on that one. The next one we're going to talk about here is going to be Chris Middleton points. So again, Giannis is out here. This year, Middleton had a weird year. If you just use this year and you look back at the games that Middleton played without Giannis, he had 2 or 3 good games out of like the 6 or 7 that he played that Giannis set. I think he had 3 games where he scored like 24 or more points, and then the other games he didn't really do that well. But you got to remember that a big part of this season, Chris Middleton was kind of being kept in bubble wrap, right? He was hurt for part of it. When he came back, they weren't giving him the normal minutes that he normally had. They were trying to bring him along slowly, and that's all good and well, but you can't do that when you don't have Giannis, and that's what we saw last game. Without Giannis, when he went down, you saw Chris Middleton have to step up, play more minutes, get more shots, do more of the scoring, and I'm expecting that to happen here again. So you look back in years before this, 17 of the 25 times since the 2019-2020 season, not including this year when Middleton was, up and down in some of his things. 17 of the 25 times in years previous, when Giannis sat out, Middleton had games of at least 21 or more points. So, this is another one that is very likely to come in to the upside for Chris Middleton. Assuming that Giannis doesn't play here tonight, which it looks very likely that he won't, he is also listed as doubtful. So as I mentioned, we have a lot of injury news today. We already talked about the Ja injury. We already talked a little bit about the Giannis injury. Now we're going to talk about the Tyler Hero injury. Tyler Hero dove to get a ball and wound up, I think, dislocating or breaking some of his fingers. If you guys are really interested, you can go check it out. The point of it all being is that Tyler Hero is done and is not going to be playing anymore in this playoff series. You already had Kyle Lowry, who's playing banged up, and really has only played like 20 minutes or so, I think, in the last game. I don't even know if he got to 20 minutes in the last game. In the games that Tyler Hero has been out, Gabe Vincent has been the guy who's really stepped up. And this number is way too low for Gabe Vincent. If you go back to January 12th and January 14th, Tyler Hero was out for those 2 games. Gabe Vincent had to play 40 minutes in each of those games against the Milwaukee Bucks, the opponent that they're playing in this series here today. In both of those games, Gabe Vincent had 27 or 28 points. So I know a lot of my FTN Bets guys love to use ladders when they're talking about points. You can get Gabe Vincent here, and I'm probably going to wind up playing him. 15 or more points is plus 400. 20 or more points, you could probably find it somewhere around plus 1,000. So I definitely think this is a day where, Gabe Vincent could have a big game. And Gabe Vincent's the kind of guy you want against Milwaukee, right? You want guys that are hitting shots from the outside. Against the Milwaukee Bucks, Gabe Vincent in games without Tyler Hero averages over 7 3-point field goal attempts per game. I mean, I think this 9.5 number is basically a lock, and anything above that, the 15s to 20s, I'd be very interested in sprinkling a little bit on them as well to, kind of juice up the payout here. So there you go. That's going to wrap it up for the NBA Best Player Prop Report for, what do we got, Wednesday, April 19th here at FTN Bets. Good luck tonight, everybody.